Today on Dan and Mac, let's look at a cheaper alternative for Apple Watch bands. Welcome to Dan and Mac. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so blown away about this deal I found. You know, Apple sells bands for your Apple Watch and they cost extraordinary amounts of money. I got the Apple Watch Sport band here, white. And I've been doing a little bit of research. I was like, you know, I always wanted more watch bands, but I didn't want to pay that hefty price. And now, when I took and went through on Amazon and actually found some exactly the same watch bands that Apple sells at a hell of a less price, I was blown away. So let's take a look here one by one. Number one, this is basically a rip-off version of the Apple Hermes, the cuff, if you will. Now this I actually bought for $23.88. And if you were to go through the Apple store and get the original, it would cost you $690. $690, and I got it for $23.88. Unbelievable. Next in line here, this is the woven nylon strap. I paid $17.99 for this, but on Apple, they retail for $49. And they also threw in an extra sport band. This is a gray sport band, and that's a $50 value. So there's $100 here that it would have costed me from Apple, but I got it for $17.99. That's for the pair. Unbelievable. And I say, you know, I don't have the original, so I can't tell you, you know, if it's cheaper or whatever, but I've been using these for the last couple weeks and they've been holding up fine, so I can't argue with that. Next up in line here, this is the one that I really wanted the most when I seen the Apple Watch. I was like, holy shit, that one looks cool, I gotta have it, and that is the Milanese Loop. Now I got this for $13.99, and on Apple's site, it retails for $149. So that is a hell of a deal right there. Is it different? Who knows? It's just all up to the beholder. You know, you can use your imagination here about how much money this stuff would add up real quick, and it's like, holy shit, that's a hell of a deal. And now, this isn't the exact same stainless band that Apple sells, but I like this one a lot better. This isn't their Link one. But this one costed me $22.99, and Apple's stainless Link one costs $449. So do yourself a favor and do some shopping on Amazon and see if you can find yourself a deal. Now with this one, I will say I had to remove some links to get it the right size, and it did come with a tool to do that, and I did have to remove, looks like 2 links here. It was very simple. Put it on there and then pierce the pin through and then put it back together, and then very simple. Came with the tools to do that. Again, $22.99 compared to Apple's $449. Pretty freaking ridiculous. And now with any of these, when you're changing the band out, go ahead and put it in the lock mode, the teardrop on the screen. And then you just turn it around, push in your button, and then slide it down and out. Very simple. Grab the one you want. Make sure it's at the same exact angle as the watch hole. It's kind of tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not so bad at all. Slide it on. Through and slide it on. And there you go. Interchanged. And looking like $1 million. Pretty cool if you ask me. That's a hell of a deal compared to, like I said, do some shopping around. These links will be in the description. Check them out. You might find some other bands you like. They have all the original Apple ones. So if you're trying to mimic the same style Apple has, they're on there for a hell of a lot cheaper. So do your shopping, check this shit out, and thank you for joining me on this very educational Dan and Mac.